I've been studying the world through a conspiratorial lens pretty much my entire adult life, and even more than that. And if there's one thing that I've learned after studying all of this deeply, it is that the entire world as it is today was designed to be this way. Now, of course, it's not that simple. It's never that simple because we have human behavior, human psychology, lumped up in the idea of free will, which also affects things. But it is that free will that the archons of the world try to mitigate. And when I use the word archons, I don't necessarily mean just human rulers and not, reptilian demon rulers either. But what I mean by that is also the systems which we have set up that govern us. It's wild, man. You walk outside and you are instantly being governed by non-existent entities. We're all walking around thinking that we are being watched, thinking that we are being judged, and are afraid to do certain things because we know that we will be put in jail or we will be judged or made fun of, whatever it is. These are archons. These are non-existent entities that govern our life. And just like those simple things, there are macro versions of those that govern our world. For example, you can't just walk into a bank and borrow $1 million, and the person, even though the person at the bank could do that, but there have been systems put in place to stop the bank teller from just lending you $1 million. There are all these regulations, these rules, these policies, these qualifications. All of these things are archons which stop us regular people from helping each other elevate. Who's really the one governing this? It's not the bank teller. The bank teller was put in position to mitigate the policies, mitigate the transactions, but they're just a regular motherfucker like us. They just got the job randomly. They didn't really want to do that job. They wanted to be an actor, a singer, or whatever, but they've been put in that position to now be the mitigator of the archons. But in essence, in reality, they could lend you $1 million. Why not? But it's the archons that have been put in place between us. There are non-existent entities that have now been put in place between all of us. But who's the one that's really, really governing this? Where the fuck are they? You can't find them. You'd have to shake the teller by their fucking collar and say, "Where's your leader? Take me to your leader." And all they could do is point you to a fucking computer screen and say, "Well, this is what the computer's telling me." The manager of the bank is going to tell you the same thing. "This is what my computer tells me. I don't fucking know." It's just, all you could do is go higher up and higher up. Okay, who's the CEO of the bank? Not even the CEO of the bank company could tell you who it is that's governing all of this. They would point you to the computer screen. Well, it's the government. The government's the one that's telling me to do these things. You go to the government, they'll tell you the same thing. It's the fucking computer, It's the paperwork, it's the policies, it's the archons. You're never going to get to the very, very top of who is placing all of these systems together. You're never going to get there. You know why? Because these people are dead. The people who put these systems in place are dead. These systems have been around for a long, long time. And as humanity progressed from the agricultural ages to the industrial ages to the now technocratic ages, it got out of hand. It got out of control. There was no going back. Once we implemented computers and binary systems of fiat money and these policies and regulations, it was over. There are no humans governing these systems anymore. You can't find them. We're being governed by non-existent entities called archons, and we're all too afraid to go against them. Whether you're at the bottom or you're at the top, nobody can point the next person to where these systems are being controlled from. It's not linear. It's circular. You're going to have to call this customer service, and they're going to patch you in with that customer service agent, and it's never going to fucking end. So, the world is designed to be this way. All the suffering, all the poverty we are seeing could end immediately. All we would have to do is print the fake money that we print every day and distribute it evenly, efficiently, and then slowly socialize labor and the housing system and farming, and eventually, with given enough time, we will all be okay. We will all be living a decent life. It might not be the glamorous life of Hollywood. Not everybody could live that life, because that life is designed to be only for a small amount of people anyway. That's the whole point of it. But if we, as a human family, eventually eradicated all these ideals that keep us trapped in these demonic, soul-sucking, elitist systems, then eventually, yeah, we could all live in a peaceful, chill environment. You know, of course, with the occasional instances of violence and psychotic behavior from humans, which can be controlled and mitigated, whatever. But the point here is we're never going to get there, because the systems that are in place right now want it to be this way. They want it to be a system where there are people who are poor and there are people who are rich, because that particular scenario is what this system operates from. The system that we live in this global community we call Earth, operates from people being poor and people being rich and people being in between. But I'll tell you, after studying everything that I've studied, not only does it not have to be that way, but it is designed to be that way.